Hi guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Victoria. If today happens to be your first time seeing my face, welcome to my channel. And to my returning subscribers, you guys are the best. Thank you all for the Christmas wishes, New Year wishes, good wishes, prayers, everything. Thank you all so much. I am so grateful. I know I've been inconsistent, and then I am sorry for that. I hope this year gets better. Yeah, better. I hope this year gets better. I hope this year gets better. I'd like to tell those that are coming in soon that it's very cold. Very, very cold though. It's so cold. Cold, like crazy cold. Immediately you go out, you start walking, your nose, water. Your eyes, water. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, it's crazy. So like, gear up. And pack yourself well, very well, okay, so that you don't catch any cold or flu or something. And then I want to put this quick disclaimer out here that I am no immigration consultant, I am no immigration lawyer. I am here to just share my opinions, my experience and everything through the study route, to Canada, because that was what I used. And I think a lot of things have changed over some months. So let's help ourselves, okay? I'll start reading, okay? Immigration and Refugee and Citizenship, okay. New release, January 22nd, 2024. International students enrich our communities and are a critical part of Canada's social, cultural, and economic fabric. In recent years, the integrity of the international student system has been threatened. Some institutions have significantly increased their intake to drive revenues, and more students have been arriving in Canada without a proper supports they need to succeed. Rapid increase in the number of international students arriving in Canada also puts pressure on housing, healthcare, and other services. As we work to better protect international students from bad actors and support sustainable population growth in Canada, the government is moving forward with measures to stabilize the number of international students in Canada. The Honorable Mark Miller, Minister of Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship, announced today that the Government of Canada will set an intake cap on international student permit application to stabilize new growth for a period of 2 years. Okay, so this basically means that the number of intakes or applicants that they were accepting is going to be reduced, right? If I get it, for 2 years. For 2024, the cap is expected to result in approximately 360,000 approved study permits, a decrease of 35% from 2023. Whoa, that's massive. That's crazy. In the spirit of fairness, individual, provincial, and territorial caps have been established, weighed by population, which will result in much more significant decreases in provinces where the international student population has been sent the most unsustainable growth. Study permit renewal will not be impacted. Okay, so this basically means that those that are here, like we that are here already and wants to renew our permits and all those things, are not going to be impacted. Like, we are not going to be affected. Oh, okay, that's good. Those pursuing master's and doctoral degrees and elementary and secondary education are not included in the cap. Current study permit holders will not be affected. IRCC will allocate a portion of the cap to each province and territory, who will then distribute the allocation among their designated learning institution. Okay, so if I get it, they are going to give a number, like a number to those schools in various provinces to know the number of people or number of students they are going to take in. Okay, to implement the cap as of January 2024, 22nd, every study permit application submitted to IRCC will also require an attestation letter from a province or territory. This is too much. But guys, don't panic. I think if you gather your documents and get everything right, you are going to get there. Okay, so don't panic at all. Just keep your heads up and get the attestation. So now it means we are going to, if you are preparing your documents, you are supposed to get attestation letter from your province, right? If I get it, or territory. So if you're coming to Ontario, you're supposed to get an attestation letter from the Ontario province. Like if you are going to Nova Scotia or Alberta or Ottawa or anywhere, you're supposed to get, oh wow, this is too much. Provinces and territories are expected to establish a process for issuing attestation letters to students by no later than March 31st, 2024. So I think, yes, by March 31st, 2024, the attestation letter something is going to be ready by then. So I think all new applicants are supposed to hold on, because someone sent me a message on Instagram. The person wanted to start applying, and when the person did, they sent the message to the person to like get an attestation letter from the province, which will be ready by like March 31st. That is 2 months ahead of, oh god. Guys, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm so sorry, but I think everything is going to be fine after this thing is sorted out. Okay, everything is going to be fine. Nobody should panic. Just follow all the documents they need. Just follow it, and you are going to go through it. If you understand it in any way, you can also leave it in the comment section so that we help ourselves. So Canada, to stabilize growth and decrease number of new international students permits issued to approximately 360,000 for 2024, which means they are going to reduce the number of students or new applicants as compared to the previous years. International students enrich our communities and are a critical part of Canada's social, cultural, and economic fabric. In recent years, the integrity of the international student system has been threatened. Some institutions have significantly increased their intakes to drive revenues, and more students have been arriving in Canada without the proper support they need to succeed. Rapid increase in the number of international students arriving in Canada also puts pressure on housing, healthcare, and other services. As we work to better protect international students from bad actors and support sustainable population growth in Canada, Refugees and Citizenship announced today that the Government of Canada will set an intake cap on international student permit application to stabilize new growth for a period of 2 years. Okay, so this basically means that the number of intakes or applicants that they were accepting is going to be reduced, right? If I get it. In the spirit of fairness, individual, provincial, and territorial caps have been established, weighed by population, which will result in much more significant decreases in provinces where the international student population has been sent the most unsustainable growth. Study permit renewal will not be impacted. Those pursuing master's and doctoral degrees and elementary and secondary education are not included in the cap. Current study permit holders will not be affected. IRCC will allocate a portion of the cap to each province and territory, who will then distribute the allocation among their designated learning institution. Okay, so if I get it, they are going to give a number, like a number to those schools in various provinces to know the number of people or number of students they are going to take in. Okay, to implement the cap, as of January 2024, 22nd, every permit application submitted to IRCC will also require an attestation letter from a province or territory. This is too much. Get the attestation, because so now it means we are going to, if you are preparing your documents, you are supposed to get attestation letter from your province, right? If I get it, or territory. So if you're coming to Ontario, you're supposed to get an attestation letter from the Ontario province. Like if you are going to Nova Scotia or Alberta or Ottawa or anywhere, you're supposed to get. Oh wow, this is too much. Provinces and territories are expected to establish a process for issuing attestation letters to students by no later than March 31st, 2024. So I think, yes, by March 31st, 2024, the attestation letter something is going to be ready by then. So I think all new applicants are supposed to hold on. So don't panic. I think if you get all your documents right, if you get the right documents, everything is going to be, if only you get accepted in a school in that province, definitely you're going to get the attestation letter, right? So there is no panic in this. Let's just be calm. Just that it's going to be a lot of work and a lot of time. Oh god. So let's continue. These temporary measures will be in place for 2 years, and the number of study permit applications that will be accepted in 2025 will be reassessed at the end of this year. Wow. During this period, the government of Canada will continue to work with provinces and territories, designated learning institutions, and national education stakeholders on developing a sustainable path forward for international students, including finalizing a recognized institution framework, determining long-term sustainable levels of international students, and ensuring post-secondary institutions are able to provide adequate level of student housing. Boils down to the fact that when international students, like when we come here, we find it difficult to get places. It's like we are too many here, and then housing become an issue, and like work and all those things. Like it's become so difficult and so hard for some of us, for the international students. So I think it all boils down to that. It's like the international students are complaining too much, and so I think that is why they are trying to put things in order or in place for everyone to be like okay and then feel safe to live here. In order to better align the post-graduation work permit program, we are changing the eligibility criteria. 1. Starting September 1st, 2024, international students who begin a study program that is part of a curriculum licensing arrangement will no longer be eligible for a postgraduation work permit upon licensing agreement. Students physically attend a private college that has been licensed to deliver the curriculum of an associated public college. So those, you see, some schools and colleges are associated to like public colleges and all those things, and then private colleges will not be eligible to apply for this postgraduate work permit. I mean, myself, I already knew I wouldn't be eligible for that. So yeah, that is, you see, I always tell you guys, get a plan B. Get a plan B. If plan A doesn't work, you get a plan B. Like, get at least 3 plans, okay? Plan everything before, like, you come here. You can't just come here, say meba, or be to kind be meba and all of that. Obia, everyone has his or her own way to come here and then to survive. But then once you are here, whatever you do to survive, you do it to survive. That is my problem. Get a plan, work it out, see it through, see it ahead, and then like come and work everything out, like be smart about everything, and you're good to go. You get it? So yeah, that's that. It's a bitter truth, okay? It's very bitter, but you have to like get it. And I'm sad, like I'm really sad about this. Under curriculum licensing agreements, students physically attend a private college that has been licensed to deliver the curriculum of an associated public college. These programs have seen significant growth in attracting international students in recent years, though they have less oversight than public colleges, and they act as a loophole with regards to postgraduate work permit. So it's like those that are affiliated or those that are associated to some public college, like they've seen that a lot of people are entering through these private colleges and all those things, and it's bringing high demands on the postgraduate work permit. So now it's like, oh God, things are going to be more difficult. It's better you plan and attend a university, get a good. But I think undergraduates are also part. Or what do you think? What if you heard? Because I'm getting some news. So if you also get any other news, you can also share it with us. Because I think it's colleges, private colleges, and undergraduates, and yeah, I think so. Let's go on. Graduates of masters and other short graduate level programs will soon be eligible to apply for a 3-year work permit. Under current criteria, the length of a post-graduation work permit is based solely on the length of an individual's study program, hindering master's graduates by limiting the amount of time they have to gain work experience and potential transition to permanent residence. So I think they are going to focus more now on the masters and other short graduate level, I think PhDs. In weeks ahead, open work permits will only be available to spouses of international students in master's and doctoral programs. So now they are focusing much more on the graduates, the master's students, and then the doctoral programs. So at first, when you are even in a private university, like in college, you could bring your spouse here to work and all those things. They are cancelling all those things now, and then they are focusing that on the master's program and doctoral program. So their spouses can come. The spouses of international students in other levels of study, including undergraduate and college programs, will no longer be eligible. So the undergraduates and college programs students can no longer bring their spouse. International students can no longer bring their spouse here. It's only for the master's and doctoral programs. Oh, wow. Okay, that's interesting. The important measures announced today complement other recently announced reforms to the international student program. Taken together, they aim to ensure genuine students to receive the support they require and have the resources they need for an enriching study experience in Canada, while at the same time stabilizing the overall number of students arriving and alleviating pressures on housing, as I said, healthcare and other services in Canada. Oh, nice. Okay, so they are trying to do that so that the international students that are here will get like enough, like they'll be able to support international students enough when it comes to like housing, healthcare and other services. I think it makes sense, but that is what I'm saying. This is no pressure. You don't have to panic about this. It's a sad news, yes, of course. Things are getting tougher and tougher. I think the UK is also doing something like that. I heard news on those things too. I'm wondering why. So now they are reducing the intake of international students by 36%. Wow. And then before you come, you can apply. You have to get an attestation letter from your province. And undergraduates and students of private colleges can no more bring their spouse here, with the exception of those doctoral programs and then master's students. they can do that. And then the master students are also going to be eligible to apply for a postgraduate work permit, like work permit after studies, to help them also gain experience. Yeah, it's quite interesting. There are good news inside for people, and then there are bad news too. So I think, yes, as of I think you guys should take your time and go through everything. And then, I mean, there are step-by-step processes in getting all these things done. So I'm sure, as they said, by 31st March of this year, everything is going to be in place. The attestation letter and everything is going to be available at the various provinces. So I think if you hold on and take your time, you get the letter, and then yes, boom, you start with your application. Okay, make sure you follow everything. That is why I say I'm going to leave a link down in the description. Canada.ca, the website. You can go there, read, and get to know everything. Get to know about everything. Please don't make mistakes, because now they are looking for the slightest mistake. Okay, the slightest mistake they get, palm, you are off. The slightest mistake they get, palm, you are off. So please and please, my dear brothers and sisters, please make sure you get your documents right and everything in place. Okay, I love you all so much. Thanks for sticking with me. If I left something out or I didn't explain something very well and you think you have a good knowledge or a good idea on that, please leave it in the comment section. I'll see you in another video. I love you all so much. Yeah, see you in another video. Bye.